Hey, welcome back into our Forgotten Lands, starting from scratch farm, where, guys, we've spent almost all of our money on the train line that we built on this farm. Yeah, we built a massive train line with all the silage we've been pulling off. Now, I said I'm broke, but I've got 3 silage bunkers almost filled to the brim. The first one, the smallest one's got about 4 million liters of silage. The bigger one of the bigger ones, it's got just over 10, to be honest, over 10 million liters. And then the other big one is around 8 million. Now I've packed down one, I've tarped one, and I've got to pack down one more still today. So that's what we're going to be starting off by doing. So this is the smaller of the 2 big bunkers. It's got, like I said, roughly 8 million liters in. But guys, I am kind of broke by comparison to where we were. We spent like over $12 million on the train line. So I need to make that money back with all this silage. We're going to sell this off in the next couple of months. Just finish packing this down, and then, yeah. My plan is to sell all this stuff off, and then I've got another plan on something a little bit different. I got something different I want to try to do and see if we can make money that way.
I'm not stripping again.
I'll leave the cat here, and I need to go tarp these 2 off. So we'll tarp those 2 off, and then I'm thinking, yeah, once this is tarped, we should be able to actually take the tarp off the first bunker and start loading that into the train. That's kind of what I'm thinking. There, that looks good. That's a lot of silage. That's a ton of silage. Look at all this silage. Holy shnikes. Yeah. See, I think we'll bring the train over and we can start actually loading it from the first one. We're not going to sell it yet, but we can load it in the train, right? Guys, there's a lot of silage here. It takes so long to load. So yeah, let's go get the train. Let's take the Ford over and, oh, wait a minute. Oh, darn it. I left my door open. Close this up. Don't want the riffraff getting in there. Get the D-gens coming over to the house. Anyways, let's go over to our train. I don't even know what we're calling it. The rail yard? Oh, easy. Over to the rail yard. Yeah, rail yard. We'll go to the rail yard. Look at all this. Man, the amount of money we spent on this stuff is ridiculous. But I think we will see if we can make good use out of it. I mean, this is not your traditional farm by any means of the imagination, but if we can kind of focus on maybe just using the trains, we can pull a lot of stuff, and we're not spending all the money on fuel for this truck, to be perfectly honest. Let's go inside the office, and we'll just grab the shunter. We'll grab like the small train, not the big one for this. Should we just grab that? No, you know what? I got a plan. We're going to use those later on anyways. Yeah, we'll talk more about that. We're going to get the shunters out later, guys, but I think we're going to grab one of the big guys because we're going to need to load like all of our rail cars up with the silage. We've got half of them already sitting here. All half of them. Let's fire this thing up. I love the sound of this. And then when you spool it up, now, half of them are sitting here. We got half already sitting over beside the silage pit. I probably could have just loaded those up potentially. Tough to say, but yeah, it's fine. It's fine. We'll just get it all up and we'll back everything up into the forest. I can't pull forward because we got to make sure we leave a path to drive back and forth to the farm. But when we get up and around the corner here, oh boy, is it the right track? I think I missed the track up, didn't I? Yeah, totally going the wrong way here. Hang on a sec. Reset. That's better. All right, so we're gonna get this all hooked up around the corner. We got the barriers down for now. I'm gonna turn those off in a second so I don't have to listen to them the whole time. But I want to push all these cars all the way back into the forest is gonna be my plan, so that we can load these cars up from the silage pits with the conveyor system we've kind of jimmied up. Seems to be working fairly well, guys. It's not the end-all be-all by any means. But you know what? Not a bad system. Perfect. Looks good. We can switch the track around now. And now we should actually be able to back right on up to it. All right. There we go. Easy peasy. Just don't want to go like ramming speed. That's all. You got to take her easy, right? We don't want to derail anything because that... Well, you guys have seen what happens when I do that, of course. All right. I think everything's connected, guys. Let's just push everything all the way back into the woods and make sure we leave a roadway open here, like I said. Well, we gotta load the front anyways first. We're gonna have to, I think we'll load a few cars. You know what, we'll load the whole thing up and then we'll just back it up into the woods for the next few months, because I don't think I can sell until January. Oh, easy. There we go. It's a little rocky in here, a little rough in here. That looks better. So guys, this is how we're gonna load it up. I've disabled the crossing arms so it's not dinging in our ear the whole time. And yeah, I'm just going to sit here and slowly fill this up with our conveyor system. Seems to work out fairly well. I got some chaff in the very front one, unfortunately, so it's not silage, but I had to get rid of it. Should have done that differently, but oh well. Anyways, I'm just going to slowly pull this ahead, fill all cars up, yeah, I think this is going to work out just the way I want it to. Just nice and easy, and we'll fill them all up. And then we should have a little less work to do once January hits, when I want to sell all this stuff off and everything will be loaded. We'll tarp off the trailers, of course, but yeah, this will be good. This will be good. I think that's good, guys. I think I got enough of it filled. I mean, it's half empty. I guess we'll see you guys in January. We'll see you in January. Everything looks good, though. Well, January is finally upon us. The snow is falling, of course. I guess I don't have to worry about the crappy roads, at least. We've got, well, that's one good thing. So we're taking the train. We got 13 cars, over 3 million liters of silage loaded up in this train so far. I'm going to try to probably maximize this more at some point, just because of the amount we're getting, guys. It's kind of ridiculous how much silage we have, and I'm going to need to be bigger. But this one engine, I'm telling you, because we've done this with just the shunting engines before, the little guys. Now switching up to this guy here has got like 3 times the horsepower. Holy shnikes. Like, I'm having zero problem getting up to speed here. In fact, I got to slow her down because I can't go around some of these corners faster than 20-25 miles an hour, right? We're gonna expand things at some point, I think, with these trains, and I want to see if I can get something where we can get some more high-speed rail. The stuff between like coming out of our farmyard and going up to town here, we got to take our time, guys. It's a little too slow. It's a little too windy. We got to be easy. A lot of road crossings, and then of course going through the barn and unloading like this takes a lot of time as well. Just think when we get double the amount of trains. Yeah, it's gonna be good. All right. I think we're good. So we finished off the smallest bunker. You can see it's empty. I've got to move our train over one line. We got to move over to the right side, I guess. Yeah, to the right line. And we got to back it up all the way into the forest to do that, of course. So back it up we go. Right up to the switch. And we can just hop out, flip that switch over. Boom, perfect. Tracks moved over, and now we can go up the right side, and we'll load the train back up this time. We got to be closer, right? We only have that little conveyor, and so we got to make sure we're close enough with that bad boy so we can fill from the bunker. It's barely getting the right height. It's a little bit tricky, but it does do a pretty decent job once she gets going. So I'm just going to pull this right up to the roadway, and I've got to start moving all of our equipment back over. Actually, you know what? I did notice there is one more thing that I did notice.
No problem. Oh, do tell.
Yeah, I want to move all this grass out of the way. We got to move all the grass. Let's get all of this grass out of here because this stuff is just getting in my way. There we go. We'll just kind of push all of our grass, and then we don't have to worry. We don't have to fill up and waste one of our trailers with just the chaff. Right? That makes more sense. All right, we've got our conveyors all set up and ready to rock and roll here. Looks pretty good. I think we just got to grab the train, pull it ahead a little bit, and yeah, we can start filling it up with the big one. This is over 10 million liters in this. I think it's almost 11 to be honest. Yeah, there's a ton of silage in there. Oh, this is what happens when you don't check your tracks. Gotta hit those switches. Nice work, Klutch. All right, I think we're pretty much full. Let's head out. Let's go sell all this off. Like I said, we were under the $1 million mark at the start of the day. Well, under the 2 million, sorry, 1.5. Let's see where we're at once we sell all this stuff off, but we got a lot of work ahead of us. Not bad. 14 million. $14 million. That's a pretty successful day, guys. I got plans, though. I'll see you guys in the spring. I got plans. All right, guys. So this train yard has got me thinking, what other products do I have that are kind of tedious to move in large quantities that maybe our train could help us with, because it's freaking awesome and I want to use it some more. So I've got a bit of an idea here. What if we started with some livestock? Not just livestock. Maybe we did something a little bit different, something that's more difficult to move than normal. And that got me thinking, well, maybe a horse ranch might be a good idea. So I think today we're going to be building our horse ranch. Listen, I don't think we need to make the money, so this seems like a good idea as any, right? So since I want to do as much as I possibly can by rail, you guys, I've already gone ahead and set up a couple rail lines. We're just going to scoot through the forest here. I'm going to show you what I mean. And I want to use, well, this shunter train. I don't know if that's the right wordage or not. But anyways, I want to use this little locomotive here to test out our distances to make sure it's all going to work out. Like if I can get close enough to unload our horses into the pens I gotta think about food, of course, as well, because I want to try and transport everything by train. I don't know if it's possible or not right now, but we're gonna find out together. So off to the side here, you can see we've already got rails laid. That's where we're put it. Yeah, right off the side. I just gotta get past this little switch here. Perfect. We'll jump on out, flick the switch this time. Hopefully we don't derail again, because that's awkward. And just back this train up down this line here. Now I've got two lines down here. The line that's kind of veering off, that's going to be a future project. This line here is going to be where the we're going to put our horse area, our horse stables. Ooh, see what I mean? I got to judge distances better than that, don't I? Yep.
Where'd you learn to drive like that? Grand Theft Auto!
Nothing our trusty old chainsaw can't handle. See, guys, this is why I'm doing this. This is the whole reason. This is, I want to make sure we can fit all this in. Let me just delim all this. Yep, there we go. And we'll get turn everything into sawdust so I don't have a bunch of sticks sticking everywhere, right? Yeah, gotta do what you can when you can. All right, looks good. Let's back this right on up against where I'm thinking we're gonna put our our horse pen. I think our horse area will just be off to the side of this track right here. I might put a couple of them, to be honest. We'll see how it goes. Let's put her down and see what it looks like. So like I said, I want to make sure we can access this from our train. So we can kind of figure out where it's loading from for all of our horses. I got to make sure it's nice and close to the tracks. And yeah, it's not great. I don't really know if I'm center or level. Yeah, it's not great. Well, that should work right about there, I think. That looks good to me. And if I want to place down a second one, I can just kind of slap it right behind here, I think, right? Yeah. So while we got those placed, we need to find a way to start transporting all our cattle as well as food. So we've got, well, you can see all the rail cars. Yeah, guys, I've got a bunch of rail cars here. We've got 3 cars to transport livestock, so our horses. We can do cattle with this as well if we wanted to. And then, of course, in behind the locomotive here, I've got a small grain cart that we can use to transport oats, I would think, for our horses. I mean, that only makes sense. So I think we're going to buy some oats as well. So I've got to maneuver all this together. I'm going to take, like I said, the shunter. Like I promised you guys, I was going to use the little guy today. We brought the little fella out this time because I told you I was going to. I think we only have 4 cars on this. So this little shunter should have enough power, right? Should have enough power to take care of all of this. We're just going to go, I'm going to put this, how do I want to do this now? I think we want to have the grain cart at the front. Yeah, so, and then we'll have all the livestock cars in behind. That makes the most sense the way we've kind of got that currently set up. We've got some adjustments still to make to our rail line going by the horse area, and we have, well, we've talked with the town. We've got a livestock area that we've added tracks to, so we can pick up all our livestock directly from rail as well. So I don't need to transport any of our livestock other than with rail right now. So I don't know if there's going to be any money in this, to be perfectly honest, yet. It seems it's so difficult to get numbers on this. Now it looks like we should be able to hold about 30 horses in that pen, for that pasture. So it's not a ton, to be perfectly honest, and there's just not that much money in it. So this is more of a bit of a passion project as we kind of wind our way out here, guys. Yeah, it's kind of a passion project, but you know what? We got to try something a bit different here and see if we can move things around. You know what? We could do cattle, I thought, with this as well, because you could move a lot of cattle with this. And maybe that's something we could potentially do, but for now, let's see how we make do with our horses. I don't know. Do you guys think it's going to work? I don't know yet. So let's get them loaded up. We got to go past. Look at this. We're going right past the pasture. It looks good down here. Like we're really right across the road from where our main rail area is. And it's just funny. You've got to do this whole loop through the forest. And then up towards town we go. Now, the town itself I haven't had to make too many adjustments to, but we've already got enough rail lines here that we can pretty much go into town whichever direction we want, which is kind of ideal when you're dealing with trains, right? So we do have our purchase area right here, so we could buy our oats right in town. If I could stop, I forgot how bad stopping was with this little train. It's so bad by comparison. The big one stops so much faster, even when you have a full load on it. We're empty and I still can't stop. Load her up. Let's go. Boy, how much is this gonna cost us? I have no idea. This is the smallest grain car I could find, but it's still gonna cost me quite a bit. And then we got our pasture right here to buy all our horses from. Looks like it's done. Oh boy, over $100,000 in oats. Well, I mean, it could be worse. I don't know. I could have to go harvest the oats. I guess that would be worse right now, which we're gonna have to do at some point, most likely, if we want to keep this up, right? Anyways, here's all our horses. We've ordered them all in. They're all waiting for us. You can see we got the rail line going in there. Just got to get past the old switch once again. Flip that over and back into the train and back it right up and into this pasture. There is a gate that I got to make sure is open as well. Oh boy, nice and easy. Just get around this corner, please. Yeah, this corner is a little bit sketchy, guys, trying to get this back in here. We might have to rework this. We might have to come up here and rework this corner. It's not great. Yeah, it's not perfect, but it seems to be working. Everything's staying on the tracks. Okay, good. Easy. Yeah. And then we can back right on up. We got room even to get more trains going by here if we needed to, right? So we can even park our train cars up in here if we wanted to. They're all looking good. Let's get all these. And by the way, they're fouls, so we're not even. We're starting small and seeing if we can make money off this guy. So the fouls were pretty cheap. Look at this guy. Let's load them up. Look at, they're all inside. Perfect. All right, let's get these down to the farm. Got one car here. We only got 2 cars full because, well, we can't hold that many in our pasture anyways. So what's the point, right? Let's get these back on down. I hope they don't mind. This is probably safer for them, let's be honest, than me driving normally. Yeah, I'm more cautious with a locomotive than I am in our trucks, I think. I'm pretty sure I'm more cautious. Doesn't mean I'm better, but cautious. Best locomotive driver in Farm Sim? Is that a thing? Look, we're even going right back past our farm again, just so I can get this looped around the right direction. Like I said, we've got enough rail now. We've got the turntable even. We can flip the trains around if we need to. And yeah, guys, I can go whatever direction I need to, but sometimes you just gotta finagle your way through all our farmyards and farmlands to make sure you go in the right direction. Like I said, I want to back. Whoa, easy. I want to back this in. Let's see if we can grab that switch before train gets there. Flip it over. Don't want to derail. I want to back this whole train back into that line that we made it earlier today. So I needed to make sure we came back in through the farmyard so we'd be facing the right direction. And then just back it right on in. Looks pretty good. Should be relatively straightforward. Let's unload this now, finally. Don't open that. That's a bad idea, I think. Yeah, it's going to hit the train. Let's load all these horses in here and see how this works. It should be fine. I think we've got more than enough space for everything in here. Yeah, I'm more worried about feeding them, guys. Feeding is going to be the problem because the horses coming in here is not a problem. It all works, but I only got 16. I thought I was supposed to be able to get 30 in here, and I've got extra horses now. I have to sell those off, but I got 16 horses in here. Why does it say 30? As for our second plan, loading the grain in, I've come up with a bit of a contraption here to get our oat in here. Let's see if we can get this to work. So it's an auger that we're going to place underneath the train car. From there, it's going to go over to a conveyor belt, and the conveyor belt is going to load it into the right spot, I think. Maybe? Potentially? It seems like a interesting plan. I don't know if it's going to work out that well, but it should be fine, right? Look at that. I mean, nothing wrong with that. Unload. Yeah, it's unloading. It's not just piling up underneath the train. That's a good sign. That being said, I don't see anything here. Why don't I see anything here? What am I missing? Do I have to turn the auger? Might not be on. Let's see if we can turn this auger on as well. Come on, baby, turn on for me here. Yeah, I'm not sure if this is gonna work out, guys. I thought we could get oats to come out and just land on this conveyor. Oh, oats not. What do you mean oats not accepted here? That doesn't make any sense. Oats not accept, but it's horses. Of course, it is accepting them. And we do have some in here now. We have 5,000 of food. I'm really not understanding what's going on. We're getting oats out. I don't know, guys. You got me there. It seems to be working. What can I say? I'm at a bit of a loss here, you guys. All right, so I don't trust that oat. I don't know what's going on with that. That doesn't make any sense. I feel like we got food out of that, but I wouldn't put any more in, and there's still room. So I don't know what is going on. I can't get any more oat into that right now. I feel like something's not quite right. So instead, I loaded up a bunch of hay bales. I went and bought some hay bales back in town, loaded them all up on this trailer, and well, I had to buy another $100,000. Guys, I got lots of money, let's be honest. So I bought another $150,000 flat deck trailer, which we'll use for other things. But yeah, it's going to be used to just move bales around for the time being. I could have got some straw bales as well. One step at a time. One step at a time there, Senpai. One step at a time. Let's just back this on right on up, and we'll see if we can just toss these bales in, and hopefully that will be a need for the food. Maybe it's because they're young, they're fowls and not foals? Fowls, not fowls. Fowls? Foals. You guys know what I mean, right? They're babies. Baby horses. Let's undo the straps here. Let's get all these put back in place. Yeah, you guys can make fun of me in the comments all you want. I could take it. Go for it. We'll put the bales inside. Let's see if this will take this. I'll just grab this bale and come on down. Thank you. Watch out, equipment, please. And we'll just throw that bale right there. Perfect. All right, so they should have food now, I guess. We'll throw a couple more bales in and looks good. Yeah, guys, I don't know. The hay's there. It looks like base food. I'm assuming that's oat. Am I missing something? Guys, I don't understand what I'm breaking. Let me know in the comments. Anyways, I think that's going to do it for us today here. I'm not sure if I'm sold on horses with this method. Maybe we should switch this up. You know what? Drop something in the comment. Let me know what you guys think. If we should switch this up or try and push these horses a little bit harder. Let me know down below. Anyways, thanks for watching today. Drop a like. Don't forget to subscribe if you have not already done so and you're new around here. And guys, I'll catch you guys in the next video. You know what? If you want to see how we made this train line, there'll be a card there. And when there's a new video in the series, there'll be another card there as well for that one. So check those videos out if you haven't done so already. We'll see you guys in the next one. This is Klutch. Over and out. Oh, this train is going to kill me one of these days.